Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Virgo, how are you? Welcome to the new week. Thanks so much for clicking here. Virgo, if you are someone who is brand new and you've never been here before, I welcome you. And if you like to get into some of these shenanigans with us here, then I would say click on that subscription button in the bottom right hand corner of this little square where I live. We'd like to be in the comments, some of us, so if you do too, you have found a community that likes to talk to each other. Virgo, if you're always here, you're my ride or die, and you're always here clicking viewing, and you've already subscribed. Thanks so much for doing that. I appreciate you. Let's look at some oracles for the week ahead. Always for the week ahead, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's take a look at some oracles for the week ahead, then we'll throw some tarot at it. The energy for the overall energy for the week says watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. I feel like I'm talking to a Virgo who just needs to relax the mind. Virgo, you know you overthink everything. You're all about the analytics. How does everything work? Like, it feels here like you're being asked to take some time out for you. There are some books here. There's a cup of tea or a cup of something here. And I feel like you're supposed to just take a moment. Yeah, so some of you might be in the southern hemisphere where it's beautiful right now, where it's spring or summer. And so I think that you're supposed to like lay down in the yard or get yourself a hammock, or it's time for you to just go out and sit by a tree. Take your favorite book, take some pillows with you. Like, it feels like you're supposed to be taking care of you in the week ahead. What's this here? We've got reaching your destination. Oh, your light is shining brightly. It feels like you are supposed to be thinking out your next move. Now, I know I just said relax your mind, but it you know, I mean, you're never going to stop thinking about things, overthinking things, but there is a path here, and we do have a butterfly. I feel like you're in this energy of, I feel like you're going to come to a conclusion here. I feel like you just need to get away, be by yourself, get into nature, whatever it is that you love to do, if you love to be in nature. But I feel like you need to do that for you, because you're about to come to some sort of conclusion or a realization that this is your time. Your light is shining brightly and you're reaching a destination. So it might be a mental destination that you're reaching the realization of something, possibly. Tell me more about Virgo. Tell me more about Virgo, please. We've got honesty. Maybe this is the place where you're just going to be honest with what you really are seeing. We've got a lot of violet energy here, right? Like, I know these cards are particularly violet, but not all these ones are. And this one is showing up, this honesty is showing up that you really have to look at things the way they are, rather than the things that you want, the way you want them to be. It says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can always expect it from myself. So I really do feel that somebody here's third eye is open, or the third eye is about to pop open. You're about to see things that you didn't see before. And I'm just going to ask you to be honest with yourself about the things that you're seeing and act accordingly. Feels like you're about to reach some sort of destination in terms of being honest with yourself, or seeing something for the way it really is, rather than the way that you've been kind of sugarcoating it. I think you've been in denial here. Yeah, it says here, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I feel like that the reason you haven't reached this destination yet, this place where your mind is about to change, or you're about to change your mind about something, I feel like the reason you haven't reached the destination is because you're in denial about something that you're doing right now. It feels like you didn't want to see it for what it is. You didn't want to be honest and truthful about it. It feels like you need to first acknowledge a fear. So for those of you who maybe, it feels like maybe you're in a job that you really don't like, and maybe it pays you so well, but I feel like somebody's been in, denial because your fear is, well, am I ever going to find a job that is going to pay me as much as this that I'm really going to love? It's almost like someone resigned themselves to the fact of, you know what, everybody hates their job. Like, it feels like that energy here, but I feel like you're coming to some sort of an insight of an awareness of something you've been in denial about. And it's time to be honest with yourself, because you're going to start seeing something for what it really is. Yes, stop blaming yourself. It says, I accept responsibility for well-being, and that really is not blame. You're accepting things because you're seeing them clearly now, and I feel like there's no place for blame here. I'm going to say it has nothing to do with blame, I'm going to say, but it does have to do with accepting responsibility of, maybe you've got to change your path because where you're going is not where your destination is. Maybe you got sidetracked by a relationship. Maybe you got sidetracked by maybe there was a sale at the yoga studio, and maybe you're just going there because you're trying not to make a decision about something else. Like it feels like somebody's been in denial or putting other things ahead of what the honest truth is. Somebody's going to see the honesty here. For some of you, it could be maybe you're on holiday. Maybe you're on holiday here. It says lie back, rest, and relax. Maybe you're going on a holiday, or going out to the cottage, or just going to be by yourself. But it feels like you're going to find some honesty about something you've been in denial about. Tell me more about this. We've got adventures. So definitely somebody here could be traveling. Look, maybe you're on a pilgrimage, right? Maybe you're on a pilgrimage. Maybe you've decided to take a trip by yourself, or you've decided to go camping by yourself, or you've decided to go to the cottage by yourself. It feels like you need to be alone in order to make some sort of a decision. And while you're resting and relaxing and laying back, and you've got the book and your favorite tea, and maybe you're in a hammock in the backyard, I feel like that's where you come to this realization about the denial you've been in. I feel like that you really do want adventures, and I feel like there might be some things in your life that are holding you back from the things that you want to see. Maybe you want to travel the world, and the person that you're with, maybe the person that you are dating, or the person that you're working for, is not allowing you to travel or doesn't want you to do that. You've got to release something here. So I feel first of all, you should be releasing blame. Don't be blaming yourself for feeling the way that you feel. Your feelings are entitled. Like, you're entitled to the way you feel. But I feel like honesty and truth is coming at you here. That's what it feels like, where you're about to be really honest with yourself about what your path is and what you really want. All right, look, when you come here next time, you're not going to remember this life. Live the hell out of it. It's time for you to do that thing for yourself. Let's talk about Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo, there is openings over at Wizio if you're interested in a private read for yourself. Please look at the pinned comment below this video. Tell me about Virgo. What else do we need to know about Virgo, please? We've got the Lovers. So for some of you, it is a relationship, and I was kind of feeling that. Like, it feels like somebody here is in a place where they're not really sure if they have found the person that is their person. Like, it feels like somebody is unsure about whether this person I have found is my soulmate or not, because the Lovers is a choice. Maybe you chose this person and you're not quite sure if this person is your person, is the one that you want to be with for the long haul. I feel like somebody here left on a holiday by themselves to make some sort of a decision, feels like here. Tell me about honesty. We've got the honesty is maybe you just want to be single and happy if we are talking about relationship. But I think honesty, what you're seeing the truth of, the honesty you're seeing within yourself is that all I'm looking for is wish fulfillment. I just want to be emotionally happy. Like, it feels like somebody here just wants to be able to jump for joy. And I feel like you're in a place right now where you don't feel like you can do that because it feels like you feel stifled or stuck. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And so the Page of Pentacles is trying to get stability, try and make a decision about what you want to do next, right? We've got the page that is standing on one foot, trying to find some balance. For some of you, it could be trying to find the balance of financially, possibly. The Page of Pentacles is an opportunity. So maybe you're going to have an opportunity to take an adventure, go somewhere by yourself, go on a pilgrimage. Like, maybe you are going to be doing something on your own. I don't know why I'm thinking the Philippines. Like, it feels like somebody here wants to go, like, far away from a place wherever you live. Like, I feel like somebody wants to go investigate the Philippines, or wants to go investigate Ireland, or like, it feels like somebody here is looking for new opportunities for adventure. But I feel like what you're in denial about is the situation you're in right now. Maybe the employer won't give you holidays. Like, it feels like somebody here is like, I don't know that I can go. You feel sort of stuck. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. If it is a relationship that you're in, I feel like you two don't share the same passions, is what I want to say with the Knight of Wands. You do have stability here, and I feel like there is attraction here, but it feels like we don't really have the same goals, and it feels like there is... Yeah, it feels like when the Knight of Wands is in the reverse, for me, it is like I'm stopping to take stock. It's like, I'm not going to run at things anymore. I'm not going to throw myself at things in passion. I'm now sort of slowing down a little bit and really seeing like, maybe I just need a little stability and to figure out what I want to do next. We do have the Emperor. You could be the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries, and you could have an Aries placement. You don't have to. The Emperor is all the kings, right? So the Emperor is someone who has security and stability. So you are someone who either has a business or you're doing really well in the job that you're in. Maybe you're quite highly educated, and maybe you're putting that that bachelor, that master's, that doctorate, maybe you're putting it to work for you. It feels like you are somebody who wants to have the first word and the last word. I feel like you play life by strategy, that you're very strategic, Virgo. And of course that tracks for you, right? You're quite strategic and analytical. But I feel like you that there's something here that you've been denied. And the denial is in the adventure, the ability to be able to make your own decisions about what you're going to do next. There's something here that you feel is compromising whatever it is that your adventure is. Give me one more card. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you just want to do it on your own. I feel like you've gotten yourself to this Emperor energy all by yourself. So whether you're the feminine or the masculine Virgo, I feel like you're a big deal. Like you're a big deal to people who meet you. You might be highly educated, or you have a lot of abundance, or you're somebody who's quite prominent. Maybe you're a person of influence. Maybe you influence people to think a type of way. Like it feels like you built yourself to here all by yourself. And I feel like right now you're at a place where maybe you're compromising that. And I don't think you're compromising your Emperor energy, but I feel like you don't feel like you feel like if you were to make a decision that serves you and only you, that someone on the outside who's not really wanting you to move ahead without them or wanting you to move on their path, I feel like this person might be blaming you for doing something that is good for your well-being. Tell me about this Lover's card here. I feel like for some of you, this is just the decision to get more stability and stop running at things in fire. You could have a fire placement. Maybe you don't, but maybe you're a person who enjoys a little bit of risk, right? It feels like it could be that, but I feel like somebody here is either wanting to slow down the passion in a relationship or is really looking at things rather than looking at the relationship like maybe you're used to dating people that you're very attracted to and desired. And I feel like you still have an attraction for this person, but I feel like you've learned not to start things in fire because fire burns out. And I feel like what you want mostly is to be happy. I think you want to be happy, stable, secure, making your own decisions, not being stifled. Tell me about the Lovers. We've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it does seem a little bit worrisome. It does feel like somebody here is, oof, boy. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is maybe in a connection here where you feel like, Virgo, you have to keep your feelings under the surface because you don't want to lead somebody on, or maybe somebody has feelings for you and your feelings aren't quite there for them. I feel like the Nine of Swords is worrisome. It does feel like they're like, what am I going to say? How am I going to say this? Like, I feel like you're keeping something under the surface. This is Cancer energy. And although it's moving really quickly and is going to have success or victory or stability, I feel like you really need to get your emotions stable first before you even attempt to speak to somebody about the Nine of Swords. You have some concerns that I think that you're not bringing up to someone, whether it is a relationship or maybe an employer. We do have Pentacles and Pentacles here. This person could be the employer. Take it as it feels for you. We do have the Moon energy. So there is something here that you're keeping stifled, or this is the energy of you feeling stifled. So it feels like this energy here with the Moon, it feels like you are drowning in emotion at this time, but you're not saying anything about it. It feels like you do have something to say, or you're worrying about the emotional side of some sort of relationship, or maybe you just don't care for the job anymore. It feels like you're keeping something under the surface. Things are not as they seem. It's like something you can't really put your finger on. It's like things are going great. I don't know why I'm feeling so uneasy. That's what it feels like here. Like it feels like everything's fine. Why do I feel so uneasy? But I think it's that you want to have autonomy. You want to have complete autonomy. And I feel like you don't at this time because something or someone or a situation or a person is holding you back, or you feel like they're holding you back. It could be the King of Cups, somebody who's possibly offering you a lot of emotion, somebody who I feel is very emotional. They're also very protective and very kind and very deeply loving. The King of Cups is also part of the Emperor energy. Feels like somebody's heart chakra is open, and this person makes really good decisions as it pertains to being emotionally available or emotionally stable, I want to say. Emotionally intelligent. That this person is somebody who is who's really open, I want to say. They're really open with how they feel about you. And I feel like it's time to talk about that. I feel like what you don't want to do is hurt somebody's feelings, because I feel like when you have this conversation, Virgo, it's going to have to be head over heart. So we've got the Four of Wands. So it does feel like maybe you're getting close to a place in your job where maybe you're going to take the promotion, or it's time to go to the next level in your job, and you can feel that. Or maybe if this is relationship, it's time for us to talk about, are we going to commit to each other? Are we going to move in? Like, what's the next step of the relationship? And it feels like here that you're feeling a little bit stifled. Tell me about these adventures, because it feels like the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles is telling me that I want to have full autonomy to make decisions about new opportunities and adventures as they arrive. We've got the Magician. Yeah, you are the Magician. It's like, I've got all the tools. I've worked really hard to get all the tools. I need to make a decision. So the King of Swords is here, right? The King of Swords is the one who is always going to make the best decision for everyone involved, even if I don't ask you first. I'm going to tell you what I feel is supposed to happen here. I feel like we've got Kings and Queens of Swords here. So I feel like there has to be a really serious head over heart conversation about what goes on from here, because I feel like you've got to be completely and totally honest. I want to say that there's two people here that know how to speak to each other in swords, that you are very attracted to each other's minds. You're very honest and truthful with each other. The attraction, though, I think, is that you know what you want. This person knows what they want, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. And I think it's just time to be truthful and honest about the situation. And, so we don't have to play the blame game. In fact, it might have to be a release, because the King and the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is the one who is going to be completely and totally honest, and I'm the queen of, if you're the Queen of Swords, you're the one who's standing up for yourself, finally telling people exactly what I need. And the King of Swords is somebody who's going to take that in a logical way. They're not going to be offended. I feel like this person that you're dealing with is either the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, or the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Takes it as it resonates, whether you're feminine or masculine. But I feel like there's something here that you need to release in order to be able to move forward. And I feel like the reason that you're not saying anything is because the person you're dealing with might be someone who's quite emotional. What's the outcome here for you? Got the Knight of Cups. Sorry, just threw a card on the floor. And it's face up, so I'm going to grab it. There it is. World card. One more. There it is, Virgo. There you are. So I feel like this week you're in heavy thought. You might be away. You might be away by yourself. But even if you're with people around you, I feel like you're going to take some time for yourself, because I feel like there's a door that's about to close here to an old chapter. It's the old chapter, Virgo, of you doing what other people want you to do and foregoing the things that make you the happiest. And I feel like the World card is telling me with the Knight of Cups that this may just be a romantic relationship that you're in. And I feel like you're keeping, it almost feels like you're a little bit... you're acting out as the King or the Queen of Swords. It's like you're not really acting in emotion. That's not really your MO. That's not what you're doing. You're looking at it more from an analytical point of view, from facts and figures, and let's talk about this truthfully and honestly. And these two people are not going to offend each other. I feel like the Strength card here is you've got to have the courage to make a decision. There it is. Yeah, you've got to have the courage to make a decision here, because I feel like there are some boundaries that are not in place at this time. And I feel like you have to be honest with someone. Look, I've built myself to here, in this life because I have a life path for myself. And I was saying here that you're going to be reaching your destination in the week ahead. So it feels like it might be through transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges, which tells me that, this is something that's burnt to the ground and you're re-emerging here as the phoenix to reach some sort of destination. It says here, this is transformation, and we have a butterfly here. So I feel like it's time to get out of the bubble. It's time to stop doing what other people want you to do and do what it is that you need to do for yourself. Virgo, I'm going to leave that right here. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you so very much. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back. You have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.